Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for mid-July 2021. We're going to jump right in here, Virgo, and take a look at what is going on for you. Virgo, make sure to, sorry, this whole deck is upside down, but make sure to watch your Sun, Moon, Rising for a full picture of what is going on for you at this time. Also, feel free to make sure to only follow the social media accounts linked down in the description below, because there are tons of scammers going around claiming to be me. I will never ask you for money. I will never offer personal readings, so make sure you don't get scammed, Virgo. But Virgo, let's see what is going on for you at this time here, Virgo. I feel you have this patience card here. The words that are popping into my head are like, don't celebrate too early. So I get that feeling for you here, where I feel like it's like kind of saying keep the momentum going in some area of your life. It could be love, could be business, could be work, could be anything basically. But I do feel like you need to be patient. I feel like this reading is saying don't celebrate something too early. Kind of weird last row. 10 of Cups, good card, right? You know, card of happiness, celebrations, good things. We also have the 8 of Swords and the 10 of Swords here as well. So we're going to have to dig into this and see what that's all about. But again, I feel like the most important thing here is to make sure you don't celebrate too early. I always tell the story. I have a friend who worked in real estate, and he was doing extremely, extremely well in real estate. But then he stopped doing the things that he was doing that made him very successful. And guess what happened? He lost all this momentum. He basically spent years building up his business, and then he stopped doing the things that were making him successful. So eventually what happened is his business fell off, and he was like sitting there wondering, like, why did my business stop? It's because he stopped, right? It's because he celebrated too early. He, bought all the cool toys and all that other stuff, right? And so it's like, kind of like, I get that feeling here for you in this reading. I'm not saying that this is only in business. This could be in some other area of your life as well. I feel like it's kind of asking you to, maintain your current, level of effort that you're putting into something, because you will be happy if you do that, right? The Sun, 10 of Cups. You have the Sun, 3 of Cups, and the 6 of Swords in this first row. It's like you're definitely leaving choppy waters. Like, it's not like you're on your way out, but again, they're still in choppy waters. So it's kind of like saying to me that there's still more to learn for you here with this 6 of Swords. It's like you're still learning from, this person in the back of the boat represents a guide. It's like you're still learning from a guide, or you're still learning from the universe here with this energy. So that's kind of like what I'm getting for you here in this first row. That's really all I'm getting, is like, don't celebrate too early. It's a good row. And again, I don't think that saying that makes it a bad reading. I think it's just saying, make sure to take your time. But let's see where this is going. You have the Queen of Wands here. Like, I feel like you need to be bold, assertive. Again, Queen of Wands is a card of boldness, being bold, being assertive, really going for what you desire. 8 of Wands, quick success, card of momentum as well. So I would keep the momentum going. And the Knight of Swords, are you kidding me? Like, literally, the card of momentum is right here. So you have both cards that represent exactly what I was saying. Knight of Swords is a card of being hasty as well, but the Knight of Swords is definitely a card of, like, just charging forward, right? I feel there's a need to kind of, like, follow something all the way through. I always tell a story as well. It's like when I was a kid, I was in karate, right? And like most kids, right? And we used to break boards with our hands. It's like the kids that would like hit it and that would like, pull back and stop, they would hurt their hand, right? The kids that went all the way through, they were the ones that were successful. I get that energy for you here, where it's almost like you could be reaching a finish line, but I feel like this is saying, keep going. Don't stop at the finish line. Like, don't just stop before you get there. And that's like the energy that I get for you in, here in this first row, is it's really just saying, don't celebrate too soon. Again, I mean, literally, there are a million examples. I mean, I'm sure you've seen, there's like a video from, I don't know if it's the Olympics or whatever, where a guy is like running and he's like celebrating too soon, and a guy blasts past him and hits the finish line before him. And it's because he celebrated too soon, right? So I get that energy of like really needing to have some very strong follow through in this first reading. So again, if you're finding success in business or work, keep going. Keep doing the things that are working is what this is saying to me. Same thing in a relationship as well. It's like we all get lazy in relationships here. I'm guilty of this too. I'm not calling you out, Virgo. And I feel like this is saying keep, follow through. You have this to the sea card. It's reminding me of the Six of Swords here. So like I said, I feel like you're definitely moving on from calmer shores, but it's almost like this reading is like saying that maybe you're having a win or you're developing a win here, kind of like weird words. I'm getting the word cap as well popping into my head, whatever the hell that means. There's a million meanings to that word, but I feel like you're almost capping something off is what this is saying. It's almost like you're kind of either, moving past something that's been very difficult or you're like solidifying a victory in your life, like I said. And I feel like this is saying, again, like keep going. Make sure that you kind of have a very solid win here. You have the Five of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the Four of Wands. Again, the finish line right here. Here is the finish line right here at the top of the reading. Or at the top of this card. The Four of Wands is a celebration. It is a card of completion and ending something. And these people are celebrating over here, but it's like you have to go all the way through. You have to go past the finish line to get to that celebration here, Virgo. Very simple reading. I feel like just saying, keep the momentum going. If there are certain things you're doing that are working in work, business, career, keep doing it. If there's certain things in love that are working, keep doing it, right? Don't stop is what this is saying. I feel like, again, it's almost like sometimes I think people don't realize like how much energy they're building up when they're building momentum. It's like you're basically putting energy into the bank with the universe. It's like the more you put in there, the more you're going to get back. So, that's what this is kind of saying to me. Ace of Wands, very passionate new beginning. I love the Ace of Wands personally, but let's keep this going here. Virgo, did I say Scorpio? I have no clue. I'm losing my mind today, just so you know. But let's see. You have the Six of Cups here. So I like that. It's like a gift from the universe here, Virgo. You have the Moon here as well. And the Four of Cups. For some of you, again, I feel this could be like fearing being disappointed, but I feel like you're not going to be by a finish line. Like, a good example I could give you here, Virgo, is like sometimes people get cold feet in marriage, right? And really, I feel like you're going to be very happy, but it's like you could be having fears here that things are not going to be as good as you think. So I do feel this reading is, again, saying follow through, see something through to the end, basically. I feel like this could be nerves for you as well, Virgo. It's like I have these experiences all the time in my life because I'm a Pisces, right? I just worry about things all the time, constantly, right? And so what I would say here is like kind of like the energy I'm getting here, it reminds me of I'm a Pisces, right? So I love to stay home. I don't want to go anywhere, right? People ask me to go out. I always have some excuse as to why I can't go out, or whatever, right? So when I was in high school, I had to go on this retreat thing with a group of people, and we had to go to this like campground thing, and I did not want to go, right? But it's like when I went, then I didn't want to come home. So I kind of get that feeling for you here, where it's like the finish line is like some sort of accomplishment or something, or like an experience that you could be having. It's like you don't want to do it now, but it's like once you do it, I feel like you're not going to want to leave. You're not going to want to leave the energy. So again, I feel like this whole entire reading is basically one message. It's just saying, it's just talking about the importance of following through and seeing something through to the end, because you're going to be very happy if you do it. You have the Ten of Cups. This is like kind of like what I feel here in this last row is these are crappy cards, but I feel like they're saying like this is what you're actually going to get. This is what you're thinking you're going to get right here. But you're actually going to get extreme happiness and abundance and reason to celebrate. You have the Eight of Swords, the Justice card, and the Ten of Swords. Eight of Swords really says that you're kind of like standing in very shallow emotions. There's there's just a little bit of water down here on the Eight of Swords, and it kind of says that, it's a card of self-imposed restriction. She's keeping herself stuck here, Virgo, but she could easily set herself free if she took her blindfold off. And if she's also like worrying too much because of the water. The Eight of Swords can represent being too close to an issue and not being able to see another way around it. Ten of Swords is something being dead done over with, but it's also a card of overkill, and I do feel like it could be a card of you overthinking as well. What's popping into my head is there are like two decks, I think, that I have where the 10 swords are going into the head. One of them is the Tarot, the Mystical Moments here. The Ten of Swords, it's like they're like 10 swords are pointing to a lady's head in that deck. And I do get this overthinking feeling. The Justice card is really your solution in a lot of ways. I feel like the Justice card is kind of like saying that your solution is to try something. So I feel for some of you, again, this reading is just saying follow through on an experience or something that you're working towards or have been working towards for a long time. Again, keep that momentum going. Where is this going, Virgo? Ace of Wands, very passionate new beginning coming in for you here. You have the King of Swords here. It's like Law and Order, these two cards. And the Chariot, victory, momentum as well. I mean, Chariot is literally a card of momentum. Chariot is kind of like needing to leave something behind as well. I always get that feeling for you, Virgo. Pretty much all your readings say something about moving. Like literally, and no other sign gets moving so much. And maybe Scorpio, but you know, for the most part, you always get these cards of moving. You don't have to literally be moving. You could be, but you could also just be changing jobs. You could be moving, things around as well in your house, right? Or in your office or wherever you work. So this could just represent movement. The Chariot is also like a little bit of a mystery as well, kind of like needing to see where things go. I do remember what I was saying, where it's almost like you have to follow through on something. I feel like you have to see something through to the end. The Chariot, he's like not really sure where he's going. He's just allowing the universe to show him. So like there's an element of mystery, right? There are these two sphinxes right here, which represent mystery. You have the moon right here. The moon does not say stop. The moon says keep going. Yes, there are reasons to be fearful about your journey, but the moon says, the moon is temporary. The moon comes up, the moon goes down, the sun comes up, right? So I feel this energy of needing to kind of like follow through. Where exactly are we going with this here, Virgo? You have the Temperance card. In a lot of ways, I'm getting a very empowering energy off that Temperance card, actually, for you, Virgo. I feel that the universe is showing you that you can turn a situation around. That you have the power to change a situation. Temperance is about turning water into wine. It's about alchemy, turning a positive or turning a negative into a positive. Could also be turning a positive into a negative, but I feel like you could be turning a negative situation around here with the Temperance card, and I feel like this is for empowerment purposes. Yeah, you have the Ace of Cups, your emotions overflowing, being really happy, good things coming in for you here. And you have the Six of Wands, success, victory, abundance, good things coming in for you here. It's almost like, something is going to turn out much better than you think, is what I feel like saying here. I feel like you are maybe getting cold feet in a situation. It could literally be marriage or getting into a relationship. It could also, or taking a relationship to the next level. This is a general reading. It's going to be different for all of you, but it could be anything. It could also be starting a business or working on a passion project with the Ace of Wands. And I feel like you need to follow through with something here. For others, it could be a move as well. It's like maybe you've been thinking about moving or traveling or, moving towards something. And I feel like it would be a good idea for you. Yeah, get out of your head for sure with the Seven of Swords here. Seven of Swords makes perfect sense because Seven of Swords is like trying to make something perfect, He's trying to steal these 7 swords from an army that's back here on the card. He's trying to make sure that those swords can't be used against him in battle. But it's like he can't. He's still missing 2 swords. It kind of represents the fact that you can never make something perfect. Nothing will ever be perfect, right? And you just kind of have to go with the flow and learn how to deal with things. And the Seven of Swords also reminds us not to take things too seriously. He has these polka dots on his shirt. It could say, I kind of get that nervous feeling, like I said. For me, it was a camping trip, basically. But I get that nervous feeling of trying to make something perfect, trying to make sure there isn't a future disaster with the Ten of Swords. But it's that might not happen anyway. So I kind of feel it's not really like this reading is asking you to be present, but in a certain way it is. It's kind of like saying you have no clue how something is going to turn out. Yeah, you have the Four of Wands, Eight of Swords. Yeah, I mean, some of you could be looking at something the wrong way as well. You could be looking at marriage as a trap. You could be looking at Four of Wands could be marriage, but it could also be a commitment to something else. It could be one of those things where it could say you're afraid to commit to a job or a business or whatever because you feel like you're going to be trapped there forever, or you feel like it's going to define you in some way with the Eight of Swords. My problem with the Eight of Swords is it could be one of those things where we actually have fears. Seven of Swords can represent fears. The fear with the Eight of Swords is that if we commit to something, it's going to define us. So we're almost fearing losing our independence when that's probably not going to happen in the first place. We're fearing something that isn't going to happen, right? Eight of Swords, being too close to the problem, not seeing a way around it. So I feel like some of you need to let go of those fears here with this energy. And let's clarify this Six of Wands here, Virgo. And you have the Eight of Pentacles. So it's like Eight of Pentacles is seeing results. It's like you are going to see results for the work that you do. So if you follow through on something, if you complete something here, Virgo, you're going to find success is basically what this reading is saying. Are you kidding me? You have this new life card. It's like this is your new life. It's much better. It's like I don't really know how to verbalize this. But what I would say here is like this is a much better outcome than you realize. So I feel like you need to realize that, Virgo. Is like things are much better, or are going to be much better than you think. So that's what I would say to you here, Virgo. Really good reading. Some of you could be moving as well. Definitely a new beginning, a new life coming in for you. But it's going to be on the follow through, seeing something through to the end. So I hope that makes sense. But thank you, Virgo. Really good reading. Because again, I feel like the results are going to be very positive. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your month. Also, feel free to like and subscribe. Really appreciate it, Virgo. But thank you, Virgo, and definitely enjoy your month.